Hello dolls, I'm back. I'm Celerina and this is Running on Rosé, and today I am completely barefaced, as you can see, because I'm going to be filming a quick get ready with me makeup tutorial. This is a fun everyday look that I really like to wear. I'm going to be sharing my favorite products with you and how I apply them. So pour your favorite glass of rosé and let's get this party started. Okay, so I'm first going to start with my foundation. This is the Studio Fix by MAC, and I've used this for a really long time. I love this foundation so much. A lot of people have said they feel like it's too heavy of a coverage. I don't, and I'll tell you why. So I get my makeup brush, and I put a very small amount on the brush. It's really all you need. I'm a big believer in blending, and I really think it's just how you blend your makeup that makes it look like if it's too much or not. So I just really like to blend it in. And again, I start with very little because you can always add more. Put a little bit more, little dab on the brush. The brush, just so y'all know, the brush is already tan to begin with. I'm just putting what you see on there, very little. And just lightly blend it in. I try really hard not to get any sun to my face and neck, therefore it's a little bit lighter than the rest of my body. So I like it to look even, and that's basically why I put the foundation on. And then whatever is left on the brush, I like to bring it down on my neck just to make sure that it's even and it matches. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Whenever you see somebody that has makeup that stops right here, no, help a girlfriend out. No shame in bringing it down a little bit on your neck. I don't put more on the brush to put on my neck. I just use whatever is left on the brush. And it's a nice, even finish. There's my foundation. Next up, concealer. I don't know if you can see them well, but these are by NYX. I'm gonna be linking everything that I'm using today. But these are by NYX, and I've probably showed them to y'all before because I really like these, so I still use them. I use two colors, and I will show you why. I also use a sponge to apply them, but I'm a big believer, I got these at the drugstore, and I'm a big believer in if something works for you and you really like it, then use it. I don't care how much it costs. Well, I mean, I don't care how little it cost. Or if it's something that I really like that's a little more expensive, I'll buy that as well. But if it works for you, stick with it. Now let's apply some concealer. Okay, so I start with the color that's closest to my skin tone, and I apply it anywhere. I have dark under eye circles, so I apply it anywhere that I want coverage. I have little pink skin right there, here, anywhere that you have freckles, sunspots, unevenness, that's where I apply my concealer. So as you can see, I put it all there. You do have to blend it because this is not a cute look right here. So then I get my blender sponge and I make sure to tap it in really well. You want to tap instead of pull. Something that I learned from working at a plastic surgeon's office. Just because you don't want your skin, you want to be gentle with your skin, especially the under eye skin. So I just quickly tap it to blend it. Quick, but I just keep tapping because you know I'm really big on blending. Here and here. I put a little bit more on my chin because it does stick out of my hat whenever I'm in the sun, so it does tend to get a little darker than the rest of my face. But there, just go back, blend. And that's the first color of foundation, or sorry, concealer that I put on. Next, I'm going to do the same thing with the yellow concealer. Yellow is really good for canceling out any dark colors on your skin. I mean, like unevenness. When I have allergies, my under eye skin gets like a lot darker if I'm like having any allergies to pollen or anything. So just put a little bit more there, and I do the same thing, tap, 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 as I did with the first concealer. And that's just really to brighten any darker areas. Any areas that also, you know, look darker from any shadowing. There. There's my concealer. Next, I like to use the translucent setting powder by Laura Mercier. I love this stuff, and I like to use it just to set the concealer that I put under my eyes. Get a little bit on this brush here, and this is really error proof because it may look a little white on your skin, but it blends really nicely. And that's just to help it blend so that it won't get any creases later on from whenever you smile and laugh. And I put it here also, anywhere really that I put concealer, to help it set. That way it blends really nicely. There's the translucent powder. For my powder, I really like the MAC Studio Fix powder and this big powder brush. I like this powder because I feel like it blends really nicely. Just put, let me show you again what I do. Very little on the brush and just blend. A little bit goes a long way, and you can always add more. I'm really big on adding more. It's easier to add more than take away. You know, whenever you put on a lot of like powder or blush and you're like, oh my gosh, then you have to take it off, and it's a lot more work to add or to redo it, to take it off and add more. So again, I just blend a little bit under my eyes to blend that translucent powder. And then whatever is left on the brush, bring it down to your neck. Help a girlfriend out. Friends don't let friends have a makeup line. Stop right here. You know you have a good friend if she will tell you that. So there is my powder. Next up, one of my favorite things because it's pink, blush. I use the blush NARS and the color is Angelica, and this is my blush brush. It was already pink when I bought it. That was one of the reasons why I bought it. That's not blush on there because what I do with this as well, clearly I like it. I just tap a little on here, smile. Want to make sure to get the apples of my cheeks here. I've always had big cheeks, and you know what? I just decided embrace them, enjoy them, make them pink, and that's what I did. But I just like to put it on the apples of my cheeks here, just to kind of make them pop. And as you can see, I put very little on the brush. A little bit goes a long way. I've had this for quite a few months now, but a little bit goes a long way. So there's my cheek look. I really like this. It's like a pink and bronzer mixed together. It's by MAC and it's called Rio. I really like this because I feel like the bronze in it brings down the pink a little bit and gives it more of like a sun-kissed look. So again, with my blush brush, I just use the same one. Tap it on here, tap on here, just to give it that bronzy, summery look. So there's that. Now on to bronzer. Clearly, I love this, but have no fear. I have a backup. I've told you before, when I really like something, I make sure to have a backup just in case. I get like panicky if I run out. This is bronzer. I got this at Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens, wherever you are. Got it from the drugstore. It's by Rimmel London and the color is Sundance. I love this bronzer. I've used a lot of them, but this one just seems to be my favorite and I always go back to it. This is my bronzing brush. Again, I guess I didn't really notice. I always get the brushes that are dark and lighter or a different color at the top. It was just that color whenever I bought it. That's not all bronzer. So what I do, tap in my bronzer, and I really put it anywhere that I want to look like I have that California sun-kissed look. Because as I've mentioned before, I try really hard to cover my face and neck. Right here also, it's like a pre-contour. Call it a pre-contour right here. Because it's not a very defined line, but it's just to give it a little glow. But I try really hard, and right here, anywhere that the sun would hit, right here, but I try really hard to cover my face and neck, so I have to make a faux glow with my makeup, and I'm totally okay with that as long as my skin is protected. So I put it anywhere that the sun would naturally hit. And there is my bronzer. I feel so bronzed. Now on to highlighter. I use a stippling brush to highlight, and this is by MAC as well. I like MAC a lot. It's called Soft and Gentle, and this has been my go-to highlighter for a really long time. As you can see by the little squares, it's kind of running out, but have no fear. I bought another one just in case that happens. But I just kind of get a little bit on the brush and highlight anywhere you want to be highlighted. Just right here, top of my cheeks, maybe a little bit on my nose. That's it. Highlight complete. Now on to eyes. I really like to play at my eyes more at nighttime, but right now I'm gonna play them up a little bit more than I normally do because I'm in desperate need of an eyelash fill. And this eye has had a lot of the eyelashes fall off, so I'm gonna play it up, make them look a little bit more even. Wear more than I would normally wear during the day. But this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a brow duality, and I like it right under my brows just to make them pop. Put it on like that, and then I get my brush just to blend it. I feel like it makes them look more defined, make them stand out more. So I do that with, it's the first step I do with my eyes. Then I am going to use today the Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay because I'm going for a pinky purple look to go with my outfit, of course. And then I'm gonna get my first eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna use the lightest color, which is Strange. Strange, yeah. I was like, that's strange, but yes, it really is called Strange. And I just put it right on top of the Brow Duality by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then I bring it down all the way on the lid, just to start that nice blend. Go in the eye a little bit, in the corner of the eye, and just kind of go underneath. That way it's all blended. There's not any starting and stopping of the eye. Then next, get another brush, a little bit bigger, if you can see, and get the second color is Dust. Next two colors, Dust and Burnout. They're like the two pinky colors right there. Little shimmer. Then I put that on my whole eyelid, except I stop where the Brow Duality was. So I like that to be the lightest part to make the arch of the eyebrow stand out. So I blend that in nicely. It's the second part. Then I also kind of just go under the eye a little bit. I really mimic everything that I do on top, on the bottom. Just not as big, just right under the lash line. Now I'm going to start with my darker colors, and I like to use a brush this size. As you can see, it's pretty small. I feel like I have more control over where I put the darker eyeshadow. Again, if I use a bigger brush, sometimes it goes in too high, too far out, places I don't really want it to go. With a smaller brush, I feel like I can contain where I'm applying it a lot better. I'm going to use this color here. It's called Nooner. It's like a mauve-ish pink. And just apply it very lightly on the lid. I'm gonna repeat on this side. It's called Nooner by Urban Decay. I love this palette. When I travel, I tend to take this one with me the most just because it has everything that I need. Okay, so there, I'm kind of building up a daytime smoky eye. I'm gonna go to the next color, which is Liar. Put it a little bit lower than where I applied Nooner. Since I don't have my lashes pop in like I like, I'm applying a little bit more eye makeup to get the same effect. Okay, then one more color. I'm gonna go to Factory and just apply this really the very bottom of, like the lash line up to this first crease right here. There is the eyeshadow. But now I'm gonna do the eyeliner. So for my eyeliner, this is another drugstore find. I've used this for a really long time. This is Almay liquid eyeliner. I have it in brown and black, and I like the brown for a daytime look, but I really like it because I feel like it's very helpful if you don't have a very steady hand. I don't know if you can see. Okay, I don't know if you can see, it's like a little, it's almost like a paintbrush, but it's very helpful if you don't have a steady hand or just not very good at putting on eyeliner. I like the brown for the daytime, and I just put this on my under eye. Can I use? And I just like to do it halfway. My bottom lash line. Just kind of go back and forth. And if it's not perfect, that's okay, and I will show you why. But while that dries, I like to go into my eyebrows. And I have my brows microbladed, but I just like to make them a little bit darker. And I like to use the Brow Powder Duo by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this stuff. There's two colors, and it's a powder. And I like to use this brush here just to kind of touch them up. They don't really need it, as you can see, but I just feel like it looks more put together whenever I'm going somewhere. Super simple. See, it just looks a little more put together than this one. You guys, if you've been thinking about getting your brows microbladed, I cannot speak highly enough about it. I absolutely love them. I wish I would have done it sooner. If you're in the Houston area or don't mind traveling, good brows is worth it. I went to Impressive Faces in Houston, and I saw the owner. Her name is Maggie. She is phenomenal, as you can see. She made them even. This one was a little bit further back from over plucking in high school. She made me, like, I've never been like a brow lover, and I love my brows so much. She's amazing. So if you want to do it, have been thinking about it, treat yourself. Her name is Maggie at Impressive Faces in Houston, Texas. There's my brow glam. Now remember when I was saying if you don't have your eyeliner perfect on the bottom, that's okay? This is why. This is what I do. So this is eyeshadow, and this one's by Makeup Forever, and it's deep purple. It's very pigmented. And I'm using this color again because I'm going for a pinky purple look for the day. This is the brush that I use. It's an eyeliner brush. I just tap it on there a little bit, and I go over the liquid eyeliner. It gives it more of a softer daytime look, blends it very nicely. And if it's just a little uneven, little spotty, not exact, you can do it with this and just blend really nicely. Now I'm gonna put this on the top as well, because like I was saying, my eyelashes aren't to their fullest potential. No worries, I just use this almost like an eyeliner, but I'm applying it to the top and do a little cat eye with this. I feel like it's not as much of it's more of a daytime look if you do the cat eye with eyeshadow. Looking down at my mirror here. Again, I just like to blend, 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 blend. There's the eyes. Okay, so we're on our final step of our get ready party. and it's my favorite one of all, lips. I feel like the lips just bring everything together, just completes the makeup look. Today I'm going for a very pinky, no way, a very pinky look to go with the outfit that I'm gonna be wearing. And I'm going to use, this is my go-to lip liner. I pretty much put this under any color lipstick that I wear because I feel like it just is a good neutral pink. It's Hip and Happy by MAC. I apply that on my, so first I outline the lip. Sorry, first I outline the lip. Just like that. And then I fill the entire lip in. I feel like it really keeps my lipstick lasting for a lot longer. Sometimes I just put a clear gloss. Hi sister. My sister's texting me right now. My niece, you guys, she's 6 and she is the one who encouraged me to start doing these YouTube videos. So yes, you heard it here. It's funny how a 6-year-old can have such a huge influence on us, you know? She calls me Tia, and she was like, Tia, you really need to do YouTube videos. And at first I was like, no, baby. And then I was like, you know what? It's like playing dress up. Why wouldn't I? And I've really had fun doing these. Thank y'all for watching. Okay, enough about that. But okay, sorry, I just keep going over and over and over because to make sure I'm not missing any spots. So I've lined and filled in my entire lips. Like I said, sometimes I'll just put like, leave it like this if I want just like a regular matte look, if I want this color, or I'll just put clear gloss on top. But today I want an extra pinky look. I mean, can you believe it? So this is my go-to. Kat Von D, please do not ever discontinue this color. I don't know what I would do. It's called Armageddon by Kat Von D, and I am obsessed with this color. It's the prettiest pink ever. It's almost like a lavender pink, but I love it. And I just lightly apply it to my lip. Lips. One lip, now the other. Well, I am all done, feeling so glam and so fab. Thank you so much for getting ready with me today. I'm going to be linking all the products that I used over on my blog, runningonrosé.com, and on my Like to Know It account. So if you just follow me, you can get all the deets that way as well. If there's anything that you want to see, anything that you want me to share, please ask and I'll be happy to. Other than that, have a fabulous day and remember to always be running on rosé. Cheers.